Educator. Heart. Loving. G. Generous. R. Retirement. A. Agronomist. N. Naps. D. Devoted. P. Purdue. A. All of us love you.
It's an honor to be up here to share a few thoughts about my dad. Many of you have obviously known him longer than I have, so it's wonderful to hear all your stories and memories about working with him over the years. Most of you have known him in a variety of capacities. Some of you have known him as a student, some as a teacher, a colleague, employee, boss. Some of you have known him as employee and boss. But all of you have known him as friend. A few of us have a very selective viewpoint. There's only one person in the world who has known him as husband, and only two of us have known him as dad. So hopefully in the next few minutes you'll get the chance to know George Van Scoyoc in a little different light. He's worn a lot of hats over the years, but for most of you, I think the most prominent label that comes out that we've heard from many is passionate educator. Some of you may not know this. This was not always so. There was a time when little Georgie, growing up on his family farm in rural northwest Ohio, had different ambitions. One thing he knew about his future was that he wanted to go to far-off places. And as we know, he's accomplished that. He's achieved that. He'd ask his parents for an opportunity to get out of Ohio, or at least get out of Deschler for a little while. They wouldn't come through, and he'd say, when I grow up, I'm going to travel the world. And as we all know, it's happened. But the path of educator wasn't initially his clear path to far-off lands. Little George sought a different path. Circus performer. He was intrigued by the tightrope walker. So young George went out to the barn, took a rope, strung it up on one side of the halo, climbed down, strung it up to the other side, tightened it as tight as he could, got ready to prepare for his future as a circus performer, but of course the tension on that rope wasn't tight enough to be a high wire act, and he plummeted down. Fortunately, there was a wagon, I think soybeans or something down there, and cracked his head, woke up kind of in that pool of blood, and after waking up decided he needed a different path. It really might have been exciting for my dad to see the world as a tightrope walker. I mean, I think we'd all like to see him walk a tightrope. But I think most of us are glad it didn't pan out. Think of how many students would have missed out on his passion for education, how many advancements in agriculture and the field of education would have been lost. I mean, personally, I'm glad it didn't pan out. It would have been really hard to find a wife if I had to bring my date home to the bearded lady over Thanksgiving. As I prepared for today, I really challenged myself. I wanted to come up with one word that depicted my dad. I went through a few different things, and I realized that over my life, it's changed. I've known him in different ways. I mean, I've known him all 25 years of my life. Okay, 30. Okay, 36. But when I was really little, the word that depicted my dad was gorilla. If you've never seen my dad take his tongue and stick it up under his lip, like he makes a great primate face. So I think he's doing shows after today. But you've really missed something. But as I matured, one word that clearly depicted my dad as I was growing up was honest. I've never known my dad to be dishonest. I mean, I can't think of ever experiencing or hearing him being caught in a lie. I mean, that means one of two things. Either he's a man of great integrity or a really phenomenal liar. But I'm going to go with the former. I've seen him take great strides to maintain integrity, even if it would cost him financially, reputationally. He's an honest man. This has been alluded to, he's an innovator. His collaboration with many of you in developing the Interactive Soils Resource Center, other novel approaches to interactive learning. I'm going to say this though, he's not a technology guy, but he fakes it really well. He knows just enough to be dangerous. If any of you are part of the computer support department, you know this. He's very clear on what he wants the technology to do. He's slightly fuzzy on how to make it happen, but he definitely knows that if it's not working, it's the computer's fault. It is never operator error. But what he really does have a passion for using technology to teach and engage students, and he's had that from the very beginning, as we've heard, developing computer-based quizzes that my sister and I got to enjoy.
Well, family means a lot to my dad, as many of you know, and that's what I want to talk about today. We honor my dad today for his many years of loyalty and dedication to Purdue and to agronomy. I believe his success at Purdue is related to his loyalty and dedication to his family, his parents, his aunts and uncles, my mom, and to his children. Loving his family has carried over to the way he has lived his professional life. First of all, families love one another. I have watched people within ag, and even many during my dad's years in administration, love one another. When there is a common goal of high educational standards, the students benefit. I have watched my dad love many students in a way that enhanced their Purdue experience so that it was not just a degree, and I have watched him love faculty, enabling them to achieve increased success. Strong families are creative and innovative. My dad had one of the earliest computers in our home where my brother and I did math facts over and over again, and he could plan ways to make learning even better for students at Purdue. His creative and innovative teaching style has attributed to the fantastic reputation that the Purdue Ag program continues to be known for across the world. Families of vision mentor one another. There are numerous individuals across the nation who have encouraged, counseled, and taught my dad, as listened to today. Some are no longer living, and some my dad still seeks out with questions. In return, my dad has been able to serve as the older, wiser mentor to hundreds. And that's how families work. Families pass on wisdom from one generation to the next. In a family, many meals are shared together. We have certainly enjoyed many family meals with the agronomy department. Out here at the farm, late dinners at my dad's office while he worked long hours in the study center, pancake breakfast, fish fries, dinners with grad students at the house, and international meals with many. Families enjoy traveling. Thanks to Purdue, my dad has been able to teach and study all over the world. Not to mention, our family vacations always included stopping for soil samples as we traveled the country. Families have fun. Agronomists know how to work hard, but they also know how to have fun. From popcorn in the study center to gatherings in homes, I saw how the busyness of work could still bring a smile to my dad's face when he was spending time with colleagues and students. Families are lifelong learners. My dad instilled this in our home growing up, and I know he promoted this at Purdue as well, as you all know. His classes were ever-changing as he worked hard to modify and add to increase to his own learning, as well as to those he taught. I believe everyone here today agrees that you, Dad, have been instrumental in making the Purdue family and the agronomy family successful. And this celebration today is not an ending, but instead a time of new beginning where you will take your Purdue family roots and expand them as you continue to educate, teach, and share with all of those around you. So congratulations.